guys? Welcome back. It's the Cook and the Coach podcast.
I'm Kenny, I'm the cook.
Baeza, I'm the coach. Welcome back, everyone.
And I want to start off just right away. You haven't loved something. You haven't loved something until you've watched blurry, pixelated, weird, crappy, sketchy videos on YouTube about that topic. If you haven't gone down that wormhole, you don't love what you're interested in. You don't actually give a shit.
We're talking about now or back in the day?
In general, dude, if you don't find yourself going down a wormhole that's just grainy, you don't love the thing that you're watching or the thing that you're doing. I went down I'm working on the new music, and I went down this fucking wormhole of cajon players because I'm trying to learn what the fuck a cajon even is and like how you do it. And dude, it is a nightmare on there for cajon players. There's nothing out there for cajon players. Dude, it is dismal. Learn? I learned the basics of like where your hand goes on the box, like the different, like how it correlates to like a traditional drum kit, like what you would think of, like, oh, if you hit closer to the middle, lower down, that's kind of like a bass sound. Middle on the sides, that's more of like a hi-hat. Near the top is a snare. Combination of low and mid is like toms. And then the different ways you can hold the hands and go. Learned a bunch of shit like that. But dude, I pieced this together. I was like fucking Indiana Jones, gathering a clue in one library, jumping into a fucking sewer in another one, like just trying to pull it together. Yeah, dude, it's such a nightmare. What was the last wormhole you went down on YouTube that was just like, this is the most terribly shot thing ever, but I'm actually starting to find shit like to learn from it?
I feel like I don't go to YouTube that often for information. I feel like I use YouTube more as like entertainment. I mean,
really?
Sometimes.
Dude, that's almost all I use it for. Are you serious? Like, not even like fitness tutorials or like nutrition and nothing like that?
What do you mean fitness tutorials? I'm the one giving the fitness tutorials.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There are people out there who know more than you.
Right, but I see it as more as entertainment. I don't see it as more as like instructional or anything like that.
You need to open your mind, man. There's stuff to learn out there. I've learned so much stuff on YouTube.
I agree. I feel like when it comes to like the really like nitty gritty, like super deep like science shit, when it comes to like strength and conditioning, like these PhDs like Cal Dietz or like Michael Boyle, who are like these basically the fathers of like strength and conditioning and like lifting for the athlete. Mm-hmm. They'll have these like super grainy like videos of them doing a PowerPoint in like 2005.
Yes,
explaining like,
dude, yeah. And there's
how
like
the tendons work during the specific jump at this load and stuff, what's happening.
And there's always like a lag between when they switch the slide in the actual video of them giving it and then them fading to the actual PowerPoint. There's always those weird delays. You hear something like this, like some like weird like clanging like in like the student hall, like weird shit, like, but like sickly students coughing.
It's some random like YouTube name with like numbers and letters.
Yes.
And like the video's uploaded like on a random date in like 2006. Like the grainy the video is 280p. The audio is complete shit.
Dude. Oh my god, that's so
the video has like 5,006 views. Like it's just most random.
Oh my dude, I'm not shitting you. I watched a video that I think had like 147 views today. I'm like one of like the 7 people who liked it. But dude,
that video means everything though, because you're learning something you want to learn about.
I know.
Means everything to you.
Dude, it was buried treasure for me. I was so happy about it.
I feel that way about like workout videos. Like not like workout videos like the new ones like that these vloggers make. Like they're cool.
Yeah.
But there's no one in like the vlogging space who is talking about the things that I do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Because like the people who are at the college level, pro level, who do the solid coaching that I do, they don't have time to do internet content.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're either speaking at seminars, they're doing actually coaching, they're doing research in the lab. They don't have time to actually talk about like lifting in the way that applies what we do as strength coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel that. I bet there's going to be another wave of people making that type of shit.
That's the void I'm trying to fill.
Yeah.
That's like, because there's literally, you have all these fitness vloggers who power lift, they'll fucking bodybuilders, whatever. They just want to get in shape. But like they scratch like the surface of like fitness. Like these PhD like strength and conditioning guys are like, they will study like the muscle recruitment between the deadlift versus a squat and the erector spinae, like a small muscle like this. They'll study that for like a year and like just like focus on that alone for
Right.
like a decade. Like not to shit on fitness YouTubers because I love them. I technically am one. Like not to shit on them, whatever what they do, because it is helpful for general population. But like they're speaking in a language that like these fitness influencers that maybe got their undergrad in fitness or health and whatever, they
Right.
don't understand. You're not on that level, bro. You don't understand this shit that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can kind of like bridge the gap, where I could take some of those like concepts that are like, you know, PhD level and like take like a general population, kind of like merge the two into like the same world with the fitness world. I don't know.
I definitely
something
think you
I
could,
could-
man. I think that I also too think like even if like someone like myself who didn't go to school for it, doesn't really know the terminology, like I would still be interested in learning that kind of stuff. And like
Yeah,
if
'cause you
I
can find ways to apply it to your life.
yeah, and if I watched enough of those videos that you would put out of that type of content, it like I would actually start to learn bits and pieces of it, and like then everyone's more educated with it, and then you can actually like, I don't know. I feel like that just opens the door so you can talk about even more
Actually-
complicated stuff.
I take that back. There's a couple powerlifting guys who do know some science that are talking about it. And then there's also Steffi Cohen, who is like the all-time greatest female lifter like ever.
Oh, okay.
And she has like 3 PhDs, and she's a PhD in like physical therapy and strength
Wow.
conditioning.
Wow.
And she's like 28. So I take back everything I just said about no one being in that space. She's in that space and she's doing the best at it. But I want to be someone like her,
Right.
but that can also apply it to like football, track, basketball, soccer, because she doesn't really know about that world as much.
Right.
So like I
Yeah.
could kind of fill in that void, you know what I mean? Whereas
Oh,
she kind
totally.
of fills in the void with like boxing, powerlifting, bodybuilding, like that kind of like those niche sports. So if I could cover the more well-known ones.
Yeah. Dude, I totally think you could do that. I was gonna ask you, I forget, I don't think we talked about it last episode, but what's your favorite Olympic sport or Olympic event?
Track. What you mean?
But track is so broad, man. There's so many types of track.
That's my favorite sport in general.
Well, what's your favorite event in
What
track?
can? I mean, just to see the fastest person in the world is a 100-meter dash, but like my actual favorite event would be the 4x1 relay. That's why I laugh. People are like, "Oh, I could run track. I could do a relay. I could do this, whatever." It's like, no, you couldn't.
Oh my god,
Like
no.
that's technic. Not even just like how fast and how like unhuman you have to be with your raw speed, but like there is so much technique that goes into that specific relay. Like if 1 inch is off in any way, the relay's done.
Walk me through that though, because besides sprinting and
Like-
passing it off, what is the technique?
Like just
I mean,
in
like
general?
you're saying, yeah. Well, you're saying there's so much technique, but all I see
Oh,
is people
every
sprinting and then passing it off.
Everything you see that happens on that track is planned out. Like every single detail. Like how close the starter, like the first person in the relay, how close he is hugging the inside of the lane so he can use the least amount of distance to get to his guy. If you, in high school and college, you'll use like tape so you can measure out your steps. The pros, they don't do that. They know where they're starting from, and they can kind of gauge the speed of the guy. This is how elite these pro guys are. They literally count the steps as they're sprinting at full 110% speed. They count their steps, and you know exactly when to put their hand back and when to exactly know which stride to grab the baton and then take off running.
Wait, they're counting each step?
Yeah.
No shit. That's crazy.
And
That's
they know
crazy.
on which step they should be hitting their foot with to get their hand back, which next step to take in order to bring that baton forward.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's actually really impressive. I could never count how many steps I run. Have you ever done that when you were in track? Did you ever get to that point?
I think in high school and college, I can kind of like and maybe not college because I did more 4x2. I didn't really do 4x1s. But in high school, like I feel like I was getting to a level where like I couldn't do it, but I could almost like feel where it should be happening.
Right.
Like I got to the point where I was like a student of track. I was okay. Like I know like with this partner on this relay, I have to get the baton in this range of the zone because I want to stretch this zone. Or oh no, like we have this guy, other also a person relay, so we have to stretch my zone even longer. So I have to really take off hard and make sure I get the baton at the end of the zone for this, and this reason. Like there's so many levels of like, yeah, it's not like cerebral where you're like, playing chess. But it is like you have to like make sure each thing you do is like perfect, and that's not even just 4x1. That's just track in general.
Right.
Whether it's the throws, jumps, triple jump. I mean, so many things in track and field like have like these minute like details that like the casual fan would never see that like make the biggest deals in the races. So when people are like just watching track and field, they don't know what they're talking about. It doesn't make me mad, but it's like if you only knew what these track athletes like have to like be so dedicated to.
Yeah.
It's like it's there was this thing on Twitter one time a couple years ago where this one guy, when this one person was like, what's the hardest sport to go pro in? Or like, make it to the top in? And all like so many people were like, basketball for sure, basketball's so hard. And this one Olympian was like 100-meter dash, track and field. Everyone's like, no way, dude, that's just luck of speed. It's like you literally train your whole life
Yeah.
to run a 9-second race.
Yeah. And
Like-
there's so few positions. There's only 10 lanes.
Ken, you train if you make it pro, you train 4 years. 4 years of your life for one 10 to 9 second race.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Every micro movement has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Do you know how much pressure that is? Like I don't think people realize the nerves and like the nerves of steel some of these track athletes have.
Yeah.
Where they just have guts and they have like these balls that people don't realize.
Do Olympic athletes get paid at all?
Nope.
What percentage of Olympic athletes do you think leave the Olympics broke without any sponsorship deals or anything like that?
Oh, Ken, 90% of them.
That's such a
Easy.
racket, dude. That's such a racket.
That's true.
So they just get sponsors?
Especially Winter Olympics, nobody making money. Nobody's making money. Winter
Dude.
Olympics.
So when they're training and like
Zero.
they're getting all the gym time and all the coaching and stuff, they're just getting sponsors probably?
Well, a lot of these athletes are pro in their sport. So like track and field, like you can make some money like on like the pro circuit, like in Europe and stuff like that, racing. But like other than that, unless you're like in that level of like pro racing, you ain't seeing a dime from the Olympics.
So, but the Olympics have got to be making so much money, right?
They make all, yeah, they do. Yeah.
So is this like
But
basically
think
like
about cities,
NCAA 2.0, but on the world level?
Right, except international. And the cities that host the Olympics go like underneath like billions for like 5 years after.
Just because of all the preparation to get it ready for the Olympics? See, that's the thing. That's some cool shit. Have you ever seen like the pages of the abandoned Olympic stadiums or various stadiums that were abandoned? Oh, they're so cool. They're sick, but you're also kind of sickened like, whoa, this took so many
They don't
people
give
to
a
build.
shit.
It's just like overgrown. Bro, the Olympics, the Olympic Committee this is just a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
You just show up and say, it's the world stage. Where? Oh, you're going to build the world stage for us. And Olympians will compete. And we're going to bring them from all over the world. Oh, well, how will they get to the Olympics? Oh, actually, they're going to bring themselves. They're paying for the ticket. They're paying for the training. They're paying for everything. Oh.
Yeah.
What about like the TV stations? Are they...
They're raking it in. They're raking it in.
So it's just the
NBC's
TV
getting all
stations
the
and the
cheddar.
Olympic Committee that make all the money?
NBC always goes up 50% in revenue when it's an Olympic year.
What about the people who go see the Olympic athletes? Do they have to pay to go see?
Yeah, of course.
So then all the ticket sales from all those events and all the people who are traveling from all over the world just to go see the Olympians, all that money is just going to that committee. And who's it run by?
The IOC.
Which is the International Olympic Committee?
Olympic, yeah.
The IOC. That's such a racket, dude.
And I'll tell you what. what's his face from Star Wars? The villain. General Plagueis? Not General Plagueis. No. Old
Darth
dude.
Vader?
No, other dude.
I don't know.
Emperor.
Actually, what's the fuck's his name? Emperor Palpatine. That's it.
So
wow, that
if
took
Palpatine,
that took a while.
Palpatine had glasses, got a little fat on him, looked a little healthier.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
No shit.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
I see.
dude.
Yo, it's out now. It's out now. Guys, you can go online and get your either D8 THC gummies or your energy blend of broad spectrum 1,000 milligram CBD vials from Chill Botanicals. Guys, this is the shit I use all the time. Guys, I use this energy blend every single morning. Get my day started. Even before my cup of coffee. This is what I use. Gets me right, gets my mind right, gets my mood right. Helps my mood a lot in the morning. Helps me get off the grouchy game. I'm back on my, happy vibes. I literally take this shit every single morning. So check it out. If you're looking for that extra boost, go along with it. No THC in this bitch. Just pure 1,000 milligram broad spectrum CBD energy blend. But if you're looking for something to relax at night, I use this to recover. I'm on it right now, actually, as I speak. You can use the D8 THC gummies. Yes, this is THC in there. You will get kind of high, especially if a whole one. But I took a half today, so I'm feeling a little high, but I can still function and do the podcast. So, guys, if you're looking for something to chill at night, literally chill at night, relax, calm down before you go to bed, take things easy. Feel kind of, dreamy, loose. This is what you need right here. You can even take half a gummy, and it works great. If you're just looking, or if you want to get a little high, watch a movie, get lost in it, take a whole gummy. Just use the code BAZE10. BAZE10. You get 10% off your order. 10% off.
10%?
10% off. That's what it is. Get your CBD for the morning. Get your THC gummies for the evening. That's how we do it around here. So, guys, help me, help the show. We appreciate you. Go get your chill.
Much like moving to this apartment and thinking it was a good idea, I feel about as gullible as Olympic athletes. You're being tricked. Don't go.
Here's the thing. What's the coolest thing you put in your resume? I'm an Olympian. Especially if you're getting a job that relates to your sport that you're competing in, if you get any job relating to that, the fact that you're Olympian is immediate, you moved to the front of the line as far as jobs, right?
Yeah, as long as the job doesn't pay any money, because that's what they're used to.
Coach Rock at Bethel, my track coach at Bethel, he's an Olympic gold medalist. I'm sure the reason why he was hired has something to do with that gold medal around his neck.
Yeah, but how many years are you not getting paid?
Let me clarify. Coach Rock is one of my favorite coaches I've ever competed for. I love him to death. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. He's a wonderful coach, great coach. He deserves the position. But I'm sure he has a pick of the litter from different universities because of his gold medal. Does that make sense?
So you're saying the Olympics is just it's just a glorified internship, an unpaid internship?
What the Olympics are is they show the best of each sport every 4 years.
Yes.
It's a true sense of competition. It's an opportunity for the world to get together in peace and harmony.
Bro, you're starting to sound like Emperor Palpatine. It's an unpaid internship. Your coach was gullible, dude. He was like,
he was a pro too. But he was pro. He ran professionally for a few years.
That doesn't mean that he was gullible then. It doesn't mean he's just always gullible. But he saw that shiny medal and was like, oh, I'm going to go get it. And then didn't get paid anything.
And he got it.
He got it.
He got paid. But since he did so well at the Olympics, he got signed to ASICS. He had a contract with them. He had a shoe deal. He made money running at certain meets. Now he's a coach. He makes probably close to 6 figures now coaching at the track at the college level. He's doing all right. That balances him out for his life success.
Let's just be honest with it that it's an internship. That's what the Olympics is. Just a bunch of interns trying out for.
But what if you're a professional? What you do?
Then charge a rate or don't show up if you're a professional.
But
that's what a professional means, dude.
Okay. Here's the flip side of that though. And as we've seen,
Some
already, there's
professionals get
Olympics.
laid off. So what if then?
But some of these athletes that are performing are like 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds. They're still in school.
Okay, so that's a different thing.
These gymnasts, they're 17, 18, whatever, 19. They're not pros. There's no pro gymnastics.
So what are you saying then? That they shouldn't get paid because they're young?
I'm saying there's no pro avenue. The point of Olympics is not to host professional athletes. The point is just to show pure competition across the board. Doesn't matter if you're professional or not. You can be a non-professional athlete and compete in the Olympics. The whole point isn't to have pro athletes compete. The whole point is to show the best of the competition in the world, not to be for money. The point isn't the money.
You're sounding just like the Olympic Committee right now. Like, look, you shouldn't be doing it for money. You should be doing it for the love of the sport. No.
That's what it is.
Stay down there while they're raking in the cash, dude.
But along with that,
bro, you're literally making the case that keeps them unpaid. What the fuck are you saying? You're like, look, you're basically saying you're supporting child labor. And you're supporting professionals getting ripped off.
Some of them are well into their 50s.
Literally, this is what you're saying with a straight face. 1 week you come on and you rant about how the NCAA is finally paying their athletes, and then you're like, look, I think the Olympics have a fair system set up. I think it's a beautiful thing just to have it really based on competition, and I think it's okay that the NBC rakes in all the cash. What are you saying?
Listen, I identify as a hypocrite, okay? Some identify as whatever they want to identify. I identify as a hypocrite, okay? This is what I am.
Oh, man, fair enough.
Guys, TikTok is Cook and Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Cook and Coach Pod. YouTube.com/The Cook and the Coach.
Ooh.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share it with a friend. Share a clip with a homie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Post that shit in your story.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys supporting the podcast, and we will see you next time.
Peace.